I need to go on a business trip this weekend, last minute thing.
This weekend?
Yeah, so make sure you get my stuff ready.
When did you find out about this trip? You didn't mention anything before.
Just got the email an hour ago. Boss needs me in Osaka for an emergency client meeting.
That's really short notice. How long will you be gone?
Just the weekend, flying out Saturday morning, back Sunday night, and I need you to drive me to the airport that day.
What time is your flight?
7:30 a.m., so we should leave around 5.
That's really early.
Be a good wife and make sure you take your husband to the airport.
I told you I'm going to see my parents this weekend.
Can't you just reschedule? This is important.
I specifically told you about this in advance. My dad hasn't been feeling well lately.
So, I have to work. Work comes first.
I've been planning this visit for months. You know that. I finally got some time off, so I'm going to visit them. I told you this already.
I don't remember you mentioning anything.
I told you 3 times. You even marked it on the calendar in the kitchen, so I absolutely cannot drive you to the airport this weekend.
Are you kidding me? Are you saying your dying father is more important than your husband?
Excuse me? My father isn't dying, he's just not feeling well. But yes, visiting my sick father is important.
I am absolutely more important than your father.
That's not how relationships work, Tom. You don't rank importance like that.
Yes, it is. Marriage means prioritizing your spouse.
It means partnership and mutual respect, not just doing whatever you want, whenever you want.
I'm the one busting my ass at work here.
And I work full-time too, plus do all the housework.
Your little admin job is nothing compared to my executive position.
My little admin job has paid half our mortgage for 15 years.
You need to prioritize your husband, always.
And what about you prioritizing me? When does that happen?
I provide for this family. That's how I prioritize you. Reschedule your train ticket and take me to the airport.
Don't be so selfish. The trains are packed this time of year. I can't change my ticket.
Have you even tried, or are you just making excuses?
I'm not making excuses. I called the railway office yesterday and they said all trains are fully booked.
Then don't go visit your parents at all.
Both my mom and dad are waiting for me to visit. Dad's been asking when I'm coming every day. Mom says it lifts his spirits.
Actually, that might be better. Maybe your dad will live longer if he's waiting for you.
That's a horrible thing to say. How could you even joke about that?
I'm not joking, I'm being practical. He'll try to stay alive longer, looking forward to seeing you.
My father's health isn't a bargaining chip, Tom. How can you be so horrible? That's what you say about my sick father? He raised me, supported me through college, and was always there for me.
And I've been supporting you for the last 20 years. What's your point?
My point is that I have obligations to my family too, not just you.
Shut up. Bottom line is I'm the priority this weekend.
You're acting like a child.
If you don't like it, then let's get divorced.
There you go, with the divorce threats again. This is the 3rd time this month, Tom.
Because you keep defying me. A good wife doesn't act this way.
A good husband doesn't threaten divorce every time he doesn't get his way. A divorce at our age would be pretty inconvenient, don't you think?
For you, maybe. I could find someone who actually respects me.
Is that what you think this is about? Respect?
Obviously, you don't respect me enough to change your plans.
And you don't respect me enough to acknowledge plans I made months ago. I'm going to see my parents.
Then find someone else to take me to the airport or we're done.
Fine, I'll ask Emma if she can drive you.
A daughter shouldn't have to do your job.
Driving you around isn't my job. It's a favor I usually do because I care about you.
Whatever, just make sure I get to the airport on time.
Emma, honey, could you help me out a little this weekend? What's up, Mom? Is everything okay? I thought you were working from home this weekend. No, remember I'm visiting Grandma and Grandpa this weekend? Dad's not feeling well. Oh, right. Sorry, I've been so busy at work I forgot the dates. Wait, aren't you taking the early train on Saturday? Yes, that's still the plan. I leave at 8:30. Actually, that's why I'm messaging you. I need someone to drive your father to the airport for his business trip. Dad's going on a trip? When did that happen? Last minute thing. He just told me today. And his trip is the same weekend you're visiting Grandpa? That's suspicious timing. You know your father. He probably didn't even check the calendar. Or he did and is being difficult on purpose. But I'll be visiting Grandma and Grandpa, so I was wondering if you could drive him instead. I can make the time, but seriously? Just give him some cab fare and let him go by himself. He's a grown man. He can get himself to the airport. Well, your father has always hated taxis. Since when? He takes cabs for work all the time. Only when the company pays for it. He refuses to spend his own money on them. He says he can't stand the smell and refuses to ride in them. That's ridiculous. The train goes straight to the airport, too. You know he won't take public transportation with his luggage. So he expects everyone else to rearrange their lives instead? Plus, he's threatening not to let me visit my parents if I don't arrange for someone to drive him. Wait, that's so messed up! Not let you? Mom, you're not asking for permission, you're informing him of your plans. I know it sounds bad, but it's easier this way. It sounds controlling. You're trying to check on Grandpa because he's sick, right? Yes, I asked for permission 3 months ago and finally got it. Permission? Mom, you're 52 years old. You don't need permission to visit your own parents, especially when one of them is sick. Your father doesn't see it that way. He thinks wives should always be available. I've tried to explain, but you know how stubborn he is. And now he's being selfish at the last minute and disrupting everyone's plans? Mom, you should really stand up to him. Trust me, I know from experience that would make things 10 times worse. Worse how? What does he do? He gives me the silent treatment for days, or threatens divorce, or forgets to pay bills. That's not just being difficult, Mom. That's emotional abuse. It's just how he copes with stress. He doesn't mean it. It's calculated to make you comply. You and Dad are both impossible sometimes. What do you mean I'm impossible? You keep making excuses for him instead of standing up for yourself. It's not that simple, Emma. Marriage requires compromise. Compromise goes both ways. When does he ever compromise? Fine, I'll drive Dad to the airport. What time is his flight? 7:30 in the morning on Saturday. Seriously? That means I need to pick him up at like 5 a.m. I'm sorry, honey. I know it's early. You go ahead and visit Grandma and Grandpa, but I'm going to have a talk with him about this. Please don't make it worse. Just drive him there quietly. No promises. I'm sorry I can't join you because of work. It's okay, honey. Your job is important. Say hi to Grandpa and Grandma for me. I will. Send them some pictures of you when you get a chance. I'll send some tonight. Love you, Mom. Love you too, sweetie.
Emma, your mother says you're driving me to the airport on Saturday.
Yes, I'll pick you up at 5 a.m.
Make it 4:45. I don't want to risk being late.
5 o'clock, Dad. Not a minute earlier. I have to rearrange my whole sleep schedule for this.
Fine. Make sure you're on time.
Don't worry about it. I'm sorry, Tom. I need to go back to my hometown right now.
Why? You just got back from visiting your parents 2 weeks ago.
Mom just called. Dad passed away.
What? Your father?
Yes, Dad had a heart attack this morning. Mom found him in his study.
But I thought he was just feeling under the weather, not seriously ill.
I never expected him to die so suddenly. The doctor said his heart was weaker than they realized.
That's unfortunate.
I'm devastated, Tom. I'm so glad I got to see him one last time.
Well, at least you visited recently. That's something.
I need to help with the funeral arrangements and stay with Mom for a while.
How long is a while?
Would it be okay if I'm away from home for about 2 weeks?
2 weeks? That's excessive for a funeral.
Mom is completely overwhelmed. She can't handle all this alone.
That's completely unacceptable. A funeral only takes a day or 2 at most.
There's more to it than just the funeral. We need to handle Dad's affairs, notify relatives, deal with the house.
That's inconsiderate.
Excuse me? My father just died. How is it inconsiderate to help my mother?
What about the house? What happens while you're gone?
The house will still be here when I get back.
My meals, laundry, cleaning.
You survived when I visited my parents before. You can manage again.
That was just a weekend. This is 2 whole weeks. Are you planning to abandon all your responsibilities?
I'm not abandoning anything. I'm temporarily helping my grieving mother.
Your mother has friends. She could call them.
She needs her daughter right now, Tom. We can manage for 2 weeks. You can eat out or get takeout.
So I have to waste money on restaurants because you're abandoning your duties?
You spend more on golf in a month than you would on 2 weeks of takeout. Plus, we're adults. 2 grown people can handle things if we work together.
So you're telling your hard-working husband to eat convenience food?
You know how to cook rice and heat up food. I'll prepare some meals before I go. You can do your own laundry for 2 weeks. The washing machine is not complicated.
And you're planning to dump your responsibilities on our sweet daughter?
Emma is 25 and works full-time. She doesn't need me to take care of her.
You work for the family and take care of the house for the family.
I also just lost my father and need to support my mother. Don't you understand that?
That's your job! How dare you neglect those duties to go back to your hometown?
I just lost my father, the man who raised me, who taught me to ride a bike, who helped me with homework.
That was a long time ago. You have no responsibilities now.
I'm not going home for fun. I'm going for his funeral. And you're saying I'm not allowed to do that?
You're my wife now. You married into this family.
That doesn't mean I stopped being my parents' daughter.
It's obvious that you should prioritize us no matter what. What kind of wife are you?
A wife who loves her family. All of her family.
Last time for my business trip, you had Emma drive me. Aren't you ashamed of yourself as a wife?
Who should be ashamed here? If you didn't want Emma to drive you, you could have just taken a taxi, or rescheduled your trip, or taken the airport bus.
Shut up! Don't talk back, just stay home!
I will not stay home. My father just died.
I allowed your last visit home because you asked 3 months in advance. I absolutely won't allow this sudden trip.
You won't allow it? I'm going regardless of what you say.
You've never defied me like this before. What's gotten into you?
That's impossible. I want to attend my father's funeral. What kind of person would stop their spouse from attending a parent's funeral?
The kind who needs his wife at home where she belongs.
I want to properly say goodbye to my father.
So you're saying a dead person is more important than your husband?
This moment, yes. Saying goodbye to my father is more important than your laundry.
Fine. Goodbye. We're getting divorced.
Over this?
I don't need a wife who neglects her husband. A wife who can't fulfill her basic duties is useless to me.
You're being ridiculous and cruel.
Are you defying me? If you go home, be prepared to get divorced.
So attending my father's funeral is grounds for divorce in your mind?
Abandoning your household for 2 weeks is. I understand you're in shock because your father died, but think clearly about what's most important and whose wife you are.
I understand. The divorce is fine with me.
What did you just say?
I said divorce is fine with me. I accept.
You can't be serious after 25 years of marriage.
What's important to me is my father's funeral. I don't care about being someone's wife.
You don't mean that. You're just upset right now.
I am my father's daughter. And right now, that matters more than being your housekeeper.
Housekeeper? Is that how you see our marriage?
Isn't that how you see it? You only care about who's cooking your meals and doing your laundry.
Fine, do whatever you want, but we're getting divorced, remember that. Don't come crying back to me later.
I need to catch my train now. Goodbye. I'll explain everything to Emma myself.
Wait, so you're really going? Amanda?
We're already divorced, by the way.
What? What did you just say?
You already had a copy prepared with your signature and everything. Thanks for that, but our divorce has already been processed.
That's impossible.
I'll just grab my things and leave.
Wait, hold on. You can't just leave. We need to talk about this. What do you mean we're already divorced? When did you submit divorce papers for us?
I just followed your instructions. You said going against you meant divorce, right?
That doesn't mean you actually filed papers.
So I submitted the papers at City Hall before boarding the train to my hometown.
What? You can't just divorce someone without their knowledge.
I used your signed papers, Tom. The ones you gave me last month.
Those weren't meant to be actually filed.
You've always threatened me with divorce whenever something happened. Sometimes you actually gave me signed divorce papers.
Those were just to scare you into behaving, not for actual use.
I kept all of them instead of throwing them away.
You kept them? Why would you do that?
I couldn't bring myself to throw them out, and eventually I had at least 20 of them.
20? I didn't realize I'd written so much.
One for when I visited my sister without permission, one for when I bought that dress you thought was too expensive, one for when I went to my college reunion.
Those were all different circumstances.
I wondered if I could trade them in for something. Turns out, one was enough to file for divorce.
You've got to be kidding me. How dare you file for divorce on your own?
How dare you repeatedly threaten me with divorce for 25 years?
Those were always just jokes between us.
A joke is something both people laugh at. I never found it funny.
You're stupid for taking them seriously.
You're the stupid one. Who jokes about divorce? What kind of husband does that?
The kind trying to maintain order in his household.
Don't think you can keep me trapped with divorce threats forever. Maybe it was a joke to you, but I was always deeply hurt.
If you were hurt, you should have said something.
I did, every single time. You ignored me. I still tried my best as your wife because after Emma was born, I told myself divorce wasn't an option.
And it still isn't. We can fix this misunderstanding.
There's no misunderstanding. I filed your divorce papers and they've been processed. But somehow that habit of enduring everything just stuck with me. Even after Emma grew up, I still let you push me around.
I don't push you around. I provide leadership in this family.
You call it leadership. I call it control and manipulation. I feel so free now that I've broken away from that version of myself.
What are you talking about? You're supposed to do whatever I say.
Says who? Where is that written?
It's implied in marriage. The husband leads, the wife follows.
That's not marriage. That's servitude.
Please just calm down for a minute. You're being hysterical and not thinking clearly.
I am perfectly calm. In fact, I haven't felt this calm and clear-headed in years.
What are you saying? Getting divorced at our age is just embarrassing.
More embarrassing than staying with a man who treats me like a maid.
I treat you like a wife.
Your definition of wife is someone who serves you without question.
Come on, you must be out of your mind to actually get divorced.
Actually, I think I'm finally in my right mind for the first time in decades.
Think about what people will say.
I don't care what people say anymore. I care about my happiness.
I'll think about our future too. I'm sorry for what I said.
Which part? The part about my father's funeral being unimportant? Or the part where you called me stupid?
All of it. I was just upset. Work has been really stressful lately, and I was irritable.
You're always stressed and irritable. That's your permanent state.
That's not fair. I have good days too.
Nothing you say now will make me come back.
You don't mean that. We've been together too long.
Length doesn't equal quality, Tom. I'm packing my things and going back to my hometown.
You can't just leave. What about the house? Our life together?
I'll be living with my mother at our family home from now on.
You can't be serious, living with your mother at your age?
She needs someone after losing Dad, and frankly, I need some peace after living with you.
I'm being generous and saying you can come back now. Your husband is being merciful, so hurry back.
Excuse me? You never said I could come back.
I'm saying it now, isn't that enough?
Did those words appear anywhere in our conversation?
You should understand even if I didn't say it.
How am I supposed to understand something you never expressed?
Because those are my thoughts. Can't you see I'm being generous enough to forgive your reckless divorce?
No, I don't see that at all.
What? Are you blind? I'm offering you a chance to come back.
All I understand is that you have a terribly rotten heart, and you are the worst husband. You won't even apologize directly to me, and you're trying to sweep all your behavior under the rug. How pathetic.
I just apologized a minute ago. Weren't you listening?
That wasn't a real apology. That was you making excuses. Your mind is completely rotten.
Hey, what's going on? Where's this confidence coming from? You're acting totally different than usual.
The obedient wife who just followed your orders is gone.
Where did she go? I want her back.
She's not coming back. She died along with my father. I've been reborn after divorcing you.
You can't be reborn. You're my wife.
Not anymore. The divorce is final. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be leaving. Thank you for all these years.
Wait! I absolutely won't accept this selfish divorce.
It's not up to you to accept it. It's legally done.
I won't allow you to go back to your hometown.
Are you still saying things like that? You have no authority over me anymore.
I'm serious. Please think about this calmly.
I have thought about it. For years, actually.
Think about what it would be like for our parents if we suddenly get divorced.
My father is dead, and my mother supports my decision fully.
What about my parents? They'll be devastated.
Your parents barely speak to us except on New Year's. They won't care.
Think about how sad Emma will be.
Emma is an adult. She understands.
Do you want our sweet daughter to come home from work one day and find out her mother has left?
I'm not sad at all, actually. Mom already told me about the divorce beforehand, so I'm fine. Stop using me to manipulate her.
Huh? Emma? When did you get there?
Well, she only told me about it the day it happened, but still. She suddenly called and asked if it was okay to get divorced.
And you said yes? What kind of daughter are you?
The kind who wants her mother to be happy. So I encouraged her. I told her I thought it was a great idea.
Are you crazy? Emma, what's gotten into you?
Nothing got into me, Dad. I've watched how you treat Mom for years. I took a day off to help Mom.
You took a day off work for this nonsense?
It's not nonsense. It's Mom's freedom. I need to hurry up and help her pack so I can drive her to the station.
What are you doing? Don't help her! Stop your mother!
Why would I stop her? This is the best decision she's made in years.
She's abandoning us to go back to her hometown!
That's totally fine. It's Mom's life.
What about our family? Our home?
What about it? You've never treated this place like a family home. She should get away from a husband like you as soon as possible.
What have I done to deserve this betrayal from my own daughter?
Seriously? You want a list? How about treating Mom like a servant for my entire life? I completely support her divorcing you and going back home.
How dare you! I raised you! I put food on the table!
Mom raised me. Mom put food on the table and cooked it and served it and cleaned up afterward.
How am I supposed to live if your mother leaves?
Who cares? You're a grown man. Figure it out.
But who'll cook, clean, do laundry?
You have hands. Use them.
I don't even know how to operate the washing machine.
Then learn. There's a manual in the drawer under it.
This is ridiculous. I work all day. I can't come home and do housework too.
Mom worked all day too. She managed.
That's different.
How? How is it different?
It just is. A wife is supposed to take care of the home.
I couldn't care less about your lonely life.
How can you be so cruel to your own father?
I'm just following your example. You've been cruel to Mom for years. I'm going to live with Mom and Grandma anyway.
What? Emma, you're leaving this house too?
Yes, I am. I've already packed my essential items.
You can't be serious. This is your home.
This is a house. Home is where you feel loved and respected.
You're abandoning your father?
That's exactly right. My company finally approved full remote work.
Since when have you been planning this?
Since the last time you threatened Mom with divorce papers. So I thought I'd work remotely from Grandma's house.
What? So you've been plotting behind my back?
It's not plotting, it's planning for a better future. The day Mom decided to get divorced, I immediately talked to my boss. They approved it right away.
You didn't even try to talk your mother out of this ridiculous decision?
Why would I? I've been hoping she'd leave for years. I can't join them immediately because I need to hand over some work, but I'll be moving to Grandma's house soon.
No way. You can't be serious. First Amanda, now you? What did I do to deserve this?
You really want me to answer that question?
Yes, tell me what horrible thing I've done.
Hey, Dad, do you know why I kept living at home even after I started working?
Because it was convenient for you.
That's what you think?
Of course! Why else would you stay? You'd come home to meals cooked and the house cleaned, everything done for you.
Dad, you really don't see anything, do you? I've been taking care of myself.
What are you talking about? Your mother does everything around here.
For you, not for me. I do my own laundry. I clean my own room. I even cook for myself when Mom works late. Mom was only taking care of you.
That's not true. She takes care of both of us.
When was the last time Mom did your laundry or cooked you dinner?
Every day.
And when was the last time she did those things for me?
I don't know.
Exactly, because I became self-sufficient years ago. And I was always worried about Mom. That's why I stayed.
Worried about what? She had me to take care of her.
No, she had you making her life miserable with constant threats and demands. I thought when she finally decided to make her own choices, she'd need someone to support her.
So you've been waiting for her to leave me?
I've been waiting for her to realize she deserves better than the way you treat her. I wanted to be there for her as her daughter when that happened. So I'm going to support Mom with everything I've got right now.
What's with that attitude? You're making it sound like I've been exploiting your mother all this time.
That's exactly right, you idiot.
How dare you speak to your father that way?
How dare you treat my mother the way you have for decades? You're such an idiot. You had a wonderful wife who loved you despite your flaws, and instead of appreciating her, you threatened and controlled her. You're the worst father ever.
I provided for this family. I worked hard every day.
So did Mom, and then she came home to a second job taking care of you. You can live miserably by yourself after divorcing Mom.
I didn't want the divorce. She filed the papers.
After you threatened her with divorce for the 100th time, don't act surprised when someone finally takes you at your word. And just so you know, I have no intention of taking care of you when you're old.
What? That's a daughter's responsibility.
No, it's not. Not when the father has been as selfish and cruel as you have. Don't expect your only daughter to be there for you just because Mom left you.
Please, listen to me. This can't be happening. Both of you can't just leave. Are you serious about not taking care of me? You're my only daughter.
And Mom was your only wife. Look how you treated her.
I'm your only biological father.
Biology doesn't entitle you to mistreat people and still expect their care.
You won't even help me in the future?
Living people who are working hard are more important than people who've gone to heaven, right?
What? When did I say that?
When Mom wanted to attend Grandpa's funeral, and you said she should prioritize the living, meaning you, over the dead. I'm going to take your wise words to heart.
That's different. I didn't mean it like that.
When you need nursing care, I'll be in the prime of my career, so I won't have time for someone who isn't going to heaven yet.
You're twisting my words.
I'm using your exact logic. How does it feel when it's applied to you?
No, wait, please. I didn't mean it like that. This can't be real. You can't both be leaving me. Please, don't abandon me too.
This isn't abandonment. This is the consequence.
I'll change. I promise I'll do better.
It's too late, Dad. Mom gave you thousands of chances over decades. You didn't take any of them. Well, take care, Dad. I'll give the phone back to Mom for the last time.
Emma, please, don't go.
Tom, this is my final message. Thank you for everything over the years.
Amanda, please don't do this. We can work things out.
There is nothing to work out. The divorce is final. I'll be leaving the division of assets and other procedures to my lawyer.
You already have a lawyer?
Yes, I consulted one before filing the papers. Everything is being handled properly, so please don't contact me directly again.
You can't be serious! After 25 years, you're cutting contact?
I am absolutely serious, and those 25 years are exactly why I need space now. If you need anything, please go through my lawyer.
Wait, Amanda! I apologize for everything! I know I've been difficult. I know I've said hurtful things.
Yes, you have. For decades.
I'm sorry for the terrible things I said about your father. I'm sending you my deepest apology.
Thank you for apologizing. I accept your apology.
So please, won't you come back?
No, Tom. Accepting your apology doesn't mean returning to an unhealthy relationship.
I can't live without you!
Is that so? Is it me you can't live without, or someone to cook and clean for you?
You, of course! I love you, Amanda!
You have a strange way of showing love. Threats aren't love. Control isn't love. Well, I can live much better without you.
That's cruel! How can you say that?
It's not cruel, it's honest. I felt lighter and happier since filing those papers than I have in years. If you're truly apologizing, then you'll respect my decision, right?
Huh? What does that mean?
It means a sincere apology comes with acceptance of consequences. This is the first time you've ever respected my opinion.
I've always respected your opinion.
When? Give me one example.
Well, there must be times
I'm very happy about that. Please take care of yourself.
Wait, don't hang up! Can we at least talk more?
Let's both live long lives. Goodbye, Tom. Thanks to my lawyer, all the complicated matters were settled cleanly. Now I'm enjoying life at my family home with my mother and daughter. Just us three women. As for Tom, I heard his house has fallen into terrible disrepair. And after word spread at his company about the divorce and how even his daughter wanted nothing to do with him, he lost his standing there. The female employees especially treated him coldly. And I heard he recently took early retirement and now just stays holed up in his deteriorating house. The neighbors have started keeping their distance too, but that's none of my concern anymore. He occasionally sends apology letters. I ignore them all and put them straight through the shredder.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.